All right, now welcome back. We have the Krau showcase. All right, let's get into this, man. Let's get into it with no time. There's a new Krau. I don't know if he was the heir on this time. I think it was Victorica or maybe someone else, but or maybe it was that Rouse that we saw. All right,
Whatever happens, happens, I guess.
okay.
Let's get it over with. I need some shut-eye.
Yo, I like that line.
I may be no hero, but I can still be your worst nightmare.
Gangsta Krau. All right,
Chance to run.
Warrior 5 star fire. Okay. Um, Guard Captain Corral. Health for the team.
Krau was a mercenary who notoriously rose to the ranks of the Halak family's elite guard
Okay.
solely through his innate prowess. It wasn't until the Archdemon War when Krau would officially be assigned as Lady Victorica Halag's personal guard. At first, he saw her as nothing more than a young lady too sheltered in her noble upbringing. But watching her struggle and persist while staying true to her convictions, he begins to see her as a true leader worthy of his lifelong loyalty.
Hmm. So yeah, so he's helping her get back to her family place because they fled or something, right? That's what they said in the Victorica one. All right. Hero introduction.
Guard Captain
Ooh, he's a warrior. Okay, Aries. Very low attack or mid defense. Very high health. So he's a bruiser. Oh, very fast as well, dude. 107. Well, I say very fast, but for a bruiser, he's fast. 117 base speed. No crit chance. No crit chance. Is it an auto crit unit? Defense imprint. Okay.
Krau is a 5-star fire elemental warrior. He has high health and defense, and can increase his defense further through his imprint
Not really high defense. It's like a base mid defense, but mid defense.
concentration.
All right. Let's see what you do, boy.
Skill
All right. Skill tree. Well, let's go back a little bit so we can get closer to the showcase. All right. Skill tree. After granting vigor to the caster for 3 turns, attacks all enemies with AoE. All enemies by surrounding the area in flames. Absorbing some of the damage dealt as health, so he heals himself. Okay. Increase the combat readiness of the caster by 50%. Okay. Nice. Cannot trigger a critical. Okay, that's why he doesn't have any. Okay. Cannot trigger a critical hit, so it's just like all the other Kraus. And penetrates the target's defense by 100%. Okay, damage dealt increases proportional to the caster's defense. And we did see. Actually, no, that was a knight specific artifact. So he might come with. Let's see.
cannot trigger a
Before I
critical
say,
hit.
oh, let's see. Increases damage dealt attack single target. Oh, so it's the reverse of Blue Crow. So Blue Crow is the same thing, but his soul burn attacks all enemies. This one, the soul burn, increases the damage dealt and attacks one person. Okay, that's interesting. But you don't have to be low health or anything. You can just rip this in whenever you want. Okay, okay. I see. I see.
Increases the
Let's
target's
see the let's see
defense.
the animation again.
Damage dealt increases proportional to the caster's defense. When 10 soul is consumed, increases damage dealt and instead attacks a single target.
That did 6,000 AOE
Increases
damage.
damage dealt and instead attacks a single target.
6,000. 8,000 on the Euphine. Why they did more on the Euphine? Wait, this is. Oh, you missed on the pair. Okay, okay, okay. That's why.
Skill 2, Common.
Alright. Skill 2. Comet. Oh, that's a nice name for a skill. Anyway. Attacks the enemy by pushing them away and inflicts stun for 1 turn before decreasing combat readiness by 5. 50% combat readiness pushback. Oh, MLT, you're gonna love this. MLT, you're gonna love this one. Stun, too. When the caster is granted vigor, oh my god, ignores ER. You don't even need effectiveness on him. Damage that increases proportional to the caster's defense. Yo, he just stacked like 3,000 defense on him or something. Plus,
Attacks the enemy
he's gonna have vigor, which is gonna give him, I think, more defense as well.
by pushing them away and inflicts stun for 1 turn before decreasing combat readiness by 50%.
Let's see the animation.
When the caster is granted vigor, ignores effect resistance. Damage dealt increases
Ooh, that's a nice one. That's a Khalid.
Caster is granted vigor, ignores effect resistance. Damage dealt increases proportional to the caster's defense.
27. Wait, that's 27,000.
Damage dealt increases proportional to the caster's defense.
Oh, what? Only 2,000. What? Excuse me? I didn't know that, sir. What's your damage?
Skill 1, Crimson Flame. Attacks.
Alright, skill 1 Crimson Flame attacks the enemy with a Mystic Blade and increases combat readiness of the caster by 15%. A successful attack deals additional damage proportional to the caster's defense. Oh, okay, yeah. On the skill 1, so you can run him on counter as well. You can run him on counter. Increases proportional to the caster's defense. A successful attack deals. Okay, damage on the. Yeah.
Damage dealt increases proportional to the caster's defense.
I did. A thousand damage?
Damage dealt increases proportional to the caster's
You did 4.
defense.
So 13, you did like 1,300 damage. Artifact. Alright. Let's see the artifact. Thorn of the Blue Rules. Alright. At the start of the first battle, acquire 10 soul. Okay. When attacking, increases damage dealt by 5%, and when using Soul Burn, increases damage dealt by an additional 10%. Okay, so he kind of needs, he's kind of going to use his, if you wanted to do big damage, you're kind of going to have to use his artifact, it seems like. What's the max? What's that max? At the start of the battle, grants 10 soul, and when attacking, increases damage dealt by 10%. Okay. And when Soul Burn, when using a Soul Burn, increases damage dealt by an additional 20%, so 30% extra damage on top of his skills. Okay. That's okay. So just damage and souls. Okay. Okay. While it consumes immense mana from its wielder, it grants devastating strength in return. Okay.
Soul Burn increases damage dealt by up to an additional 20%.
I may be no hero, but I can still be your worst nightmare.
A former mercenary knight who doesn't trust
He's reading scroll.
himself and only focuses on the task at hand. Players will be able to meet Guard Captain Krau through the Drop Rate Up banner starting April 10th.
Okay.
Thank you.
Alright. Command demo. We've kind of seen that, so let's mute it up and let it play. Yeah. So he seems like a warrior, kind of like a warrior version of Karina, kind of a fire element. So he's gonna grant himself vigor. He has decent speed for a warrior. He's gonna grant himself vigor. He's gonna get 10 souls from his artifact, so you can soul burn into a single target. I don't know how much damage it did. I don't know if they're gonna showcase it here, but they showed the AOE. So he can automatically nuke maybe someone. I don't know if it's gonna do that much damage because the AOE only did like 8k. So I'm assuming when he goes into, but the artifact is also stacking that up, so I have to take that into consideration as well. He's getting an extra 30%. Did he soul burn here? Wait, let me see. He did. Okay, let's see the damage here first before we mention anything about it. Let's see. He did 20,000 damage to the fucking flan. What? That's through a miss, by the way. She evaded. So that's through a miss. 20,000 damage on a miss. So Flan is getting a lot of counters from the patch notes as well. We had Shuri. We have Firelitica reducing her focus. A lot of things. And this is very good into ML player as well, because even if it misses, it's gonna do big damage. Alright, that's good. That's very nice. That's very nice. I like his kit. I don't know if I'm gonna pull for him. I don't think I'm gonna pull for him. I'm gonna save for one of the upcoming units, but if you're dealing with evasion units, you want to deal with Flan very easily, I think you should try and grab him. But that's considering his, I don't know if this is considering his artifact at max. But yeah. Very, very good unit. He's going to heal himself as well. So even if you get him low, if you don't build him like fast to just go nuke, and he's defense scaler, so he's gonna be tanky, right? He's going to be tanky. You know what I mean? So it's not gonna be easy just killing him flat out from the start. It's very good actually. It's very good. But yeah, let me know what you guys think of this Krau, man. I liking him. I'm liking him. But yeah, what was the cooldown on his S3? I need to go back and just take a look at that real quick, and then we'll get out of here. Where's this S3? This is skill 2. Or skill 3. Alright, skill 3. The cooldown is 4 turns. 3 turns. So yeah, you can cycle that. You can cycle that very fast. And he's using Laya. You saw he had Laya on that team as well, so you can. That's like a 2 turn cooldown, and he's gonna come back and nuke somebody else if you can get away with that. By the way, if you can get away with something like that, it's not that easy in actual RTA. But yeah, see you guys in the next one. We'll have the epilogue coming up.